Hello, Adam Waller here. Now, in this video, I want to show you on-page SEO or on-page optimization. And some people even call it, what do they call it? SEO on-page optimization. So it doesn't matter what you call it, it's all the same thing. But I just want to get through this real quick and just get through the steps and show you how to do on-page optimization and to optimize your blog or your content to give it the highest chance or better chance of ranking and being found in the search engines. And the first step is on-page optimization. And then after that is off-page optimization, but I'm not going to get into off-page optimization here. I'm just going to stick with on-page optimization. Now down below the video, I may link some more, have some more links down there where you can find out more about off-page optimization if you would like to do that. But the first step is on-page optimization. So I'm just going to assume that you've already picked your keywords. So you want to pick a keyword that you want to target. And in this post here, I did, what is on-page optimization? That's my keyword. So you want to make sure that keyword is in your title. And you also want to put it in your permalink here. The what is on-page optimization? See, I've got it in there. And oftentimes when you put in your title, it's going to automatically put the entire title into here for you. But I would recommend going in there and deleting out any of the extra words and only using your keyword. So you put it there. So it's in your title, it's in your URL. And you can see where I've actually published this blog. It's up here in the URL at the end. What is on-page optimization? And after that, you want to make sure you've got it in your heading 2. Your heading 2, you have put your keyword in there. And you want to make sure that your keyword is also in a heading 3. So here's a heading 3. I've got my keyword in there as well. And another thing to do is you want to put your keyword, make sure it's in at least in the first paragraph. It's even better if you put it in your first sentence. And you want to bold that keyword. Now, if you bold the entire sentence, that's fine. You just want to make sure that keyword is also bold. And you want to underline your keyword as well. So somewhere throughout your content, make sure your keyword is underlined. And the third thing about the font is to make sure that your keyword is italicized somewhere in your content. And you want to make sure your keyword is near the end or at least in the last paragraph of your content, but it's even better to put it in the last sentence of your content. And what else? Okay, if you have any pictures it's a good idea to add some pictures. Like honestly, this blog post should have, if you take a look at it, it should have more pictures in it to break it up because it's easier on the eyes. You see it does have some white space in there, but if you put pictures in there, it breaks it up. Most of my blog posts actually have a video at the top. But you want to at least add one picture, and you go to your picture, and in the alternative text, you want to make sure that you have your keyword in there as well. So any pictures you put in your blog post or in your content, make sure you put your keyword in the alternate text. And another good thing to do is, let's say you've written a blog post in the past, or there's something that makes sense that you can link to that's part of your own site. So for example, once I publish this, for this video that I'm shooting now, once I create the blog post for it and publish it, I can actually go back to this blog post that I've done and link to my new blog post, and on that new blog post I can link to this one. So I'll actually be creating, I'm linking back to my own content, and the search engines like to see that. They want to see you linking back to your own content. So if you have a blog post in the past that you've done and it's something similar, then link back to that blog post. And here I've actually linked back to one of my pages. It's an income disclaimer. So I've linked back to that. But if you can link back to another blog post that actually has more content on it, that's even better. It's going to improve your on-page optimization. I'm looking over here. Now this here, it comes with the Empower Network blog already installed. It's a plugin. And if you have a personal blog, you can find similar plugins. And I use this as a guide. And you also, let's talk about the keyword density. I personally don't stress about the keyword density, but from my research, what I've read, the general rule of thumb is to keep your keyword density around 1%. But I don't focus on that. I just write my content and then I sprinkle my keyword throughout my content, um, depending on how long it is, anywhere between 3 to 5 times. That's all I do. And let's talk about word count. If you want to have the best chance of ranking on the front page of Google, then I recommend at least having 700 to 1,000 words for your content. Now, it used to be 500, between like 500 and 700 was good, but I've actually heard now that you want to go for at least 700. So I would say minimum 500, but I would really shoot for getting a 700 word count. And that's going to increase your on-page optimization and just make it easy for you to rank. Oh, and one thing I just remembered I wanted to point out. When you come on here and do your blog post and you're bolding your content, or you're bolding your keyword and you're underlining it, don't go to your keyword and try to bold it, underline it, and italicize it all in the same keyword or the same spot. It's not going to work. You've got to do each one separately. You got to make sure you bold it and then somewhere else underline it and then somewhere else you italicize it. And that's basically what on-page optimization is. That's all there is to it. So just a quick recap. Make sure it's in your title. Make sure it's in your actual URL. Make sure you bold it, underline it, italicize it. Make sure it's sprinkled throughout your content. Make sure it's at least in your first paragraph. It's even better if it's in the first sentence. Make sure it's in the last paragraph. It's even better if it's in the last sentence of your content. And if you have related content that you can link back to or that you can link to, do that. And put your keyword in your pictures under the alternate text. And yeah, I believe that's it. Just trying to remember if I didn't forget anything. But that's what you do. And oh, well, you know what? Make sure you put it in your tags as well. Put in your keyword, and let me show you that real quick. A good way to get some more keywords, because you want to put in your actual keyword and then you want to put in some related keywords. Oftentimes Google will list some related keywords and you can just go grab some of those, the ones that make sense, and put that in your tags. And I'd say at least 5. And pick a category that makes sense. Now don't go through here and don't select multiple categories. Pick only one category. If you pick more than one category, it can cause duplicate content. You know, the search engine will see that as duplicate content, and you want to try to stay away from that. If your goal is to rank on the front page of Google, or to rank high on the search engines on somewhere, on Google or Yahoo or Bing. And I'm just looking through this. Yes, that is everything. That is on-page optimization. And after you do on-page optimization, then you have to begin doing off-page optimization. And again, that can be more challenging because you have to get a lot of backlinks to your content, to your one page. And depending on how competitive or how many people are trying to rank for that keyword is going to determine how many backlinks you're going to need. And you've got to have backlinks from like articles, blogs, and social media content. And so you have to get out there and start syndicating it. And I'm going to put a training program actually down below if you want to pick that up, that goes in depth on SEO and off-page optimization. But that's all I'm going to share with you in this video. That's where it starts. is making sure your on-page optimization is right, because if your on-page optimization isn't right, then it's going to be working against you and make it more difficult for you to rank. So I hope you have a great day, and if you want to learn more about our prosperity team, you can click on one of our banners or scroll down below and click on any of our links and go check me out on Facebook. And if you got value out of this content, I'd appreciate it if you would share it. And you have a great day. Bye.